I have to ask, how much was this when you bought it originally? You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
How much?
It's embarrassing to say how much. I bought it for $1,500.
That's not embarrassing, that's smart.
Well, of course, it was a barn find. The previous owner had blown the engine, broke the engine. He managed to track down an engine in New York City, and so he made one engine out of the two, and that's what's in the car now. And it has the original engine number.
How did he blow it, you know?
Long story. He's a professor at Middlebury College.
Yeah.
He had a student with him, and on a cold winter morning, he went to start it. The battery was dead, so he went to put the crank in the front. The crank started. It still came with a crank, and the throttle stuck wide open. And
that was enough.
The company was basically bankrupt after the Second World War. And so they put it up for sale. David Brown bought the Aston Martin works, and he also acquired Lagonda. And Lagonda had an engine designed for it, the 2.6-liter twin overhead cam engine designed by Bentley. And David Brown had the two combined, put the engine from the Lagonda into the Aston Martin, and came up with the DB2 design. And this is a continuation of that. The DB2-4, which this is, has the occasional accommodations for two passengers in the back, but like most 2+2s, it's not much room back there.
Yeah,
it does provide quite a bit of luggage space. It's great. It's designed to be a grand touring car rather than a sports car. The engine is very similar to the Jaguar, the same era. Jaguar was more of a performance-oriented, and Aston Martin was endurance and grand touring.
So more of a gentleman's car.
Correct.
Right, less of a race car, basically.
Yeah.
It sounds phenomenal.
It has a nice...
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a grand touring car. It sounds like a sports car. Loosen a little bit. Nice. It's pretty fast for only 120 some horsepower.
Yeah.
What happened to your tachometer?
It was binding up somewhere.
Okay.
And I just disconnected it until I get the thing fixed. It's like everything else. You fix things as they come up. You just don't drive them to the point where they break.
It's kind of cool that it goes the opposite way of the speedometer. Yeah, that's a really neat touch.
I don't know if you noticed the other Aston that was there, the V8 Vantage, also had the opposite rotating
Is that an Aston Martin kind of trademark?
Yeah, I think the newest ones went back to the convention.